Welcome back to another video. We have a 2023 Honda Accord Sport L fresh off the truck. This is the first one we've had so far, and this Sport L is a new trim to the Honda Accord lineup. It's in platinum white pearl, black interior. First thing you're gonna notice is this black little chin spoiler under here, black wheels, black side skirts, black mirror caps, black grill, blacked out everything. We already did the touring and we did the EX, and remember I was telling you guys, based on the trim, this piece right here will be a different color. So it's gloss black on the Sport L, LED high beam, low beam turn signals, no fog lights. Fog lights is not on the Accord at all. You have a bigger H in the front, which the radar hides behind. That's why it's the glass. And this one's a little dirty, fresh off the truck. You guys already know the drill. You have the camera sensing up there as well for the Honda set. New wheel design, and this is actually pretty unique. It's 5-spoke. It has a unique design. Never seen this on a Honda previously. This has like a black, like satin finish to it, which is pretty cool. It probably look nice once it's all cleaned up. So like I say, you get the black side skirts, black mirror caps. Looks a little bit different. Sport L does have a moonroof on it. The GPS antenna is blacked out, and you get this blacked out spoiler on the rear. Get the Sport badge, blacked out of course, and you have this little diffuser back here. It's something pretty unique on the Sport because the EX and Touring didn't have like aggressive diffuser. It's pretty cool. Even around the whole window trim, everything's all blacked out. And you can see here, 23 hybrid Sport L. MSRP is $35,425. You do have to pay $455 more for platinum white pearl. It may change, I don't know. I'm recording this March 3rd. Jump into the interior. Do have blind spot monitoring, and nowadays you can get a model with or without blind spot. I made a quick little YouTube short about that. Black interior. I'm assuming sports only come with black interior. That's how it was with the previous generation, but you do get the wider screen up there and a full digital cluster as well. Helper screen is what they call it. Let's get inside here. This one still has to get PDI'd, so it needs to get cleaned up. You guys already know the drill. I try to jump on these cars before we sell them. So the Sport L has memory seats on it. 2-position memory seats. Let's turn this on so I don't cook in here. Push start button back. This is my first time actually taking a look at this newer screen that's not on the Touring. Because the Touring has the same size screen, but it has the built-in Google operating system. So this is the non-Google operating system. And this is interesting to see. So very similar. You still have the shortcuts on the side. You also have the little helper screen right here where you can view different information. That's cool. I'm gonna change the position so you guys don't get that too much glare. But let's go back to the door here. So auto up down for the front. You have soft touch right here. Stitching going up down. It looks like real stitching too. It's not like the fake stitching. Pretty cool. Vent over here. You have your trunk and hood down there. Auto headlights. Scroll wheel. I'm not going to go too deep into infotainment system because I did in the last 2 videos. Make sure you guys check those out. But customizable. You have a scroll wheel for the left pod, scroll wheel for the right pod. Position myself so you guys can see the wider screen a lot better. Still a little glare, but nothing too crazy. Still have a volume button here. So phone, you have power flow. So you can keep track of what's going on with the battery. Is it charging? What's powering the wheels? All that good stuff. And it's a whole full screen. No, these look like buttons, but there's no physical buttons. They click and sound like a button, but it's not a button. Trip computer, Alexa is built in. Smartphone projection. I'm assuming that's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then you have built-in Wi-Fi, which is cool. You can update the system here, connected to a Wi-Fi. AM's back here. Also, still has profile settings. Oh yeah, when I turn on the vehicle, it acts. So that's not just a Touring thing. You can get profile settings in the Sport L. That's pretty cool. Dang, FM, why they put FM all the way back there? It's all on the 3rd page. That's crazy. That's before AM. But yeah, so this side, you can view power flow, you can view a clock, compass, and what you listen to on the radio. So it's at hands reach, super nice. Like the screen so far. Like I said, I went more detailed on this screen on the Touring video, so make sure you check that out. Actually, there's one thing I do want to check out with vehicle settings. Does it have the same menu? Oh, it does. I like how they have this new menu to change the settings in your vehicle, so that's actually pretty cool. Okay, what about general? Okay, general looks like this. Okay. Okay, and then you come down here, dual zone climate control, heated seats, This little vent design is very similar to the Civic, but Accord has its own kind of detail in there. And then you have your different modes: front defrost, rear defrost, on and off, AC on and off, sync on and off, and 2 USB-Cs. USB-A is gone. No wireless phone charger. You have to get a Touring to get that. And then you have a regular traditional shifter, reverse, neutral, drive. They got rid of the buttons, and reverse, no 360. But you do have a wide angle, top down, normal, and wide angle, cross traffic on and off, and brightness, which is cool. Drive modes. So you have sport, you have normal, and you have econ. And individual. Individual, you're able to kind of customize the steering, the powertrain, the adaptive cruise control, and even the gauges too. So that's cool. You still have that. I'm gonna leave this on normal. And then you have your EV mode. So this allows you to pretty much run on electric only for a few miles. This is not a plug-in hybrid, so you can't go 45 miles on electric only. But I guess it's mostly for emergency, I would say. And then it would tell you auto or EV. Auto automatically cycle between gas and electric for you, and then EV will be electric only, which is cool. Electronic parking brake, brake hold, a lot of gloss black all around here and around these buttons as well. Interesting. And on the vents as well too. And we go up here, no auto dimming rear view mirror, no home link. You do have a moonroof. That's cool. Sunglass holder and SOS. Well, I'll leave that on off. Individual map lights and your LED. That's cool. And then boom. Let's jump into the back seat. Beeping at me, letting me know, like, hey, what's going on? So no air vents and no USB-Cs back here on the Sport L. I know it's important to some of you guys. And then back here, they didn't add no gloss black. They just left it just hard touch plastic back here, pretty much. And seat mat pocket behind the passenger, but none behind the driver. Let's check the armrest. And you get an armrest with a cup holder, so that's good. And that's up front from the view from back here. Oh, you get the support pedals down there, and you get a gas, brake, and a dead pedal, same material, so that's cool. Leather steering wheel, leather shift knob. If you've been following my Accord videos, then this interior is very familiar, so I don't have to go too into detail. Like, hey, the car's on, what are you doing? Sport L is only hybrid. Remember, only in the LX and the EX will have the 1.5 turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's gas only. Everything above it was going to be hybrid only. But having the digital display here and having the wider touchscreen display here, definitely a game changer. The Sport, which is below this, will also have the same size screen, which is cool. So only the LX and the EX get the smaller screen, and if you go anything above those two, you get the higher screen. Make sure the AC is not blown into the microphone. Like I said, check out my touring video. I went more in detail in this guy. I think we're ready to jump into the trim walk to show you what's in the Sport versus all the other trims, especially if you're comparing this from the Sport or the EXL. Why would you go with this? Let's head to the trim walk and check this out.
Guys already know we made it this far. I appreciate you for tuning into today's video. Let's jump in with the trim walk. So today we have the Sport L. So far we did the LX. I'm lying. We did not do the LX. We did the EX. We did the Touring. And now we did the Sport L. So in the hierarchy of the Sport L, it's one package above the Sport pretty much. And they look identical. Like from the outside, they look identical. The only difference that the Sport L is going to have over the normal Sport will be these goodies here, which is leather seats, because the Sport is half. I think it's half. It's a combination seat, so I think it's mostly cloth in the middle, and on the outside the seats are leather. And on the Sport L, full leather. You get the memory seats. You get a power passenger seat, which is a 4-way power adjustment. Also, I didn't mention in the video, the driver's seat does have lumbar support on there. And you get heated seats on the Sport L. And you get that rear diffuser. So it look like the Sport will look just like the Sport L on the outside, except for the rear diffuser. I guess the best way to put it is the Sport L is an EXL that has the sport look. Because I don't know if you guys remembered, in the 22, you're able to get a sport and a sport special edition. And the special edition added leather seats and heated seats and stuff like that. So pretty interesting. But now the Sport L has blind spot monitoring, unless you get a model that doesn't have the blind spot monitoring. And I mentioned that in the video too, that instead of Honda just not making cars, they're going to push cars. And they may not, some of them may not have the blind spot because of the whole chip shortage and all that good stuff. So make sure you're looking at window stickers when you're shopping, because you may forget to ask if it has a blind spot model or if it is a blind spot model. All right, so we're on Honda automobiles, and this is the whole lineup. You guys probably seen this already. We've seen some other Accord videos. And the Sport L, you can see that cost-wise, it does cost more than an EXL. The EXL is going to have the best gas mileage out of all of them due to the wheel sizing. And even though the LX and the EX have 17-inch wheels, just like the EXL, because the Sport Hybrid and the Sport L Hybrid and the Touring does have bigger wheels. So for example, they're 19 on the Touring, and the Sports I think are 19 as well. Yeah, so they're 19 on these three, and it's 17 on the other ones, but the LX and EX is not a hybrid. So that's why the gas mileage is not as high. And out of all the 4 hybrids, the EXL have the 17s instead of the 19. So gas mileage is a lot better on the EXL. And actually, my next video, I'm hoping will be an EX. It might be the EXL or will be the Sport. I have both of those coming in, and I have an LX coming in as well too. So we'll jump into all 3. So don't even worry about it. But let's jump in here and build a Sport L. So 1 engine, you guys already know, and the colors is available is black. You have lunar silver, you have platinum white pearl, which is the one we did, radiant red, steel night pearl, and urban gray, which is pretty cool. You can see the back. So what I am gonna do is, so look at the diffuser right here on the Sport L. Let's see how it looks on the Sport, since that's something you get on the Sport L. I'm assuming the wheels are different too on the Sport, so that's another. Oh yeah, you get a normal diffuser. So the wheels are different on the Sport, and you get a normal diffuser. So that's how you know what's a Sport L and what's just a regular Sport. Interesting. But that's pretty much it. The Sport L is pretty easy. It has everything the Sport has, just kind of like an EXL. In Honda's trim walk, it shows that the Sport L is an upgrade from the Sport. It doesn't show as an upgrade from the EXL. So that means the EXL might have features that the Sport L doesn't have. So don't think that, oh, because you get a Sport L, you get everything the EXL has too. Like, no, Sport L is an upgrade from the Sport. So giving you guys a heads up there. I know this walk around was a little bit more faster than the previous walk arounds I usually do, but you guys got to remember, I am a sales consultant, and sometimes I have a small window of time to be able to, you know, walk around the car and kind of go over some features and stuff like that, because when you're in sales, you know, you're always on the go. So, you know, you don't really got time like that, but I'm trying to put these up for you guys. So appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.